Hey everyone, I hope you had a great day. Let's take a look at some new malicious compliance stories. Please let me know what you think about them. The first story is called Can You Stop? In my early 20s, after being a team lead, I took over as a shipper and receiver for a big box store. I took care of receiving merchandise from the warehouse and processing returned merchandise to manufacturers for credit. Most business-to-business returns requires authorization. So I, as the receiver, contact the manufacturer with information about the returned item, why it was returned, and the manufacturer gives me an authorization number and shipping confirmation to return the item. Each place has a different guiding setup, and they constantly change. Well, I took over the shipper and receiver job after the last one quit. I inherited a massive stock of unprocessed damaged returns. I start chiseling away at this pile and I come across these hard drives that have been sitting for months. They keep piling up with notes of no response when faxed for return authorization. I check through the paperwork and I call the company. The person on the phone is rude to me and tells me they only accept fax requests for return authorization. I tried explaining that according to our records there has been no response. They tell me again to use the fax number and hang up on me. Okay, maybe the previous shipper and receiver missed the responses, didn't work the fax machine right, or whatever. So I fax and wait. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, nothing. I fax again. 1 day, nothing. I try calling again, and the rude person again tells me to only fax. Okay, so I fax once a day now. A week goes by, nothing. Now I'm getting angry and getting tired of seeing those returns. So after that week, I start sending more faxes, 2 faxes per hour. About 4 hours into my shift, I get a call. It's from the company I've been trying to get a hold of. Can you stop faxing us, please? Can you give me a return authorization number for these items, please? My store has been trying to get this authorization for months. Well, you have to call this number. It's the number of the rude guy that I called already. Interesting, because when I call, I'm told I can only fax this number for return authorization. And according to the documentation from your company, it says to fax this number for return authorization. So, which is it? Hold on. Finally, they come back and give me the authorization to return the items. Then they say, in the future, if you are having issues with returns, don't overload our fax machine. You do know the best way to avoid this, don't you? No, I didn't stay long in that position and didn't care if my attitude showed. At that point, they were preventing me from completing my task, and I was tired of it. The next story is called Call Corporate to Complain. Back in my call center days, we had a frequent issue among our female techs. My team had about 5 to 9 on average out of about 200. Some callers insisted on being transferred to a male tech. This happened at least once a week. My friend Valerie got a customer who insisted that he speak with a man before even mentioning his problem. No offense, honey, but I just don't think you are qualified. If a customer ever requested to speak with another technician for whatever reason, the policy was to tell the customer to call back. When told this, the customer demanded to speak with a supervisor. So he did. He spoke with the only female supervisor, Liz, on the floor, who loved getting these kinds of escalations. She asked the customer why specifically he felt the technician who transferred him wasn't qualified to assist him. Apparently, Liz had a habit of letting any female new hires know that if a customer wanted to speak to a supervisor because they demanded a man, they are free to let her know. It gets better. Liz had told me that normally these calls end with a very resigned and defeated customer being transferred back to a different and female tech to resolve this issue. But the customer that had escalated from Valerie refused to believe that another woman would be in any position of authority in our company. He demanded to speak with Liz's boss. Liz told the customer that she was the final point of contact he was going to get. And if he didn't like it, he could call the corporate office. The customer assured Liz that he would do so and hung up. A week later, Liz finds out that the customer actually did call corporate to complain. However, unlike tech support, the customer interaction department of the corporate office was mostly women. When the vice president of customer service got wind of this guy, she made sure that the few male members of her staff were suddenly unavailable to speak with him. She even spoke with the customer personally. Unfortunately, ignorance often knows no bounds. So the customer continued to call back and harass the staff, using choice language and vague threats. He finally managed to speak with a man, a representative of the company's legal department. He let the customer know that all calls with him had been recorded, and that they consider any future attempt to contact them to be harassment, and that he can expect a cease and desist letter in the near future. Liz said it was the first time she had ever had the legal team follow up with anything she had done before. I hope you enjoyed today's video so far. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to press the like button, it really helps. And now, on to the last story. The last story is called All Because I Did Exactly What She Told Me to. I used to be a service manager at one of the biggest locations of a popular Mexican grill. Guacamole was $1.95 extra, and we were required to ask everyone if they were okay paying that price. One Sunday morning, our second busiest shift of the week, two of my line people called out. So we were struggling to get all of our prep done before opening. We are just wrapping up when a Karen comes in, 10 minutes before opening, through the side door marked employees only with 15 preteen girls in tow. My cook recognizes her as she regularly comes in during the dinner shift and is extremely abusive and cruel to all the Latino workers. Karen tells me they can order whatever they want, throws her credit card at me and goes to sit down at a table and diddle on her phone. Now, I can't ring up her order without her standing there because of the company rules. And I'm 30 weeks pregnant and just want to take my break. I praggy-waddled over to Karen's table to try and inform her of that, when she literally flicks her hand at me to dismiss me. Not only have I been at the store since 7 and done 2 different people's jobs on top of my own, but I also have my son's head grinding against my pelvic bones and kicking me like crazy. I am in no mood. When I try to tell her again, she looks at me with what I can only describe as seething contempt. What part of they can get whatever they want did you not understand? I don't care what you charge me, as long as I get a receipt. Don't interrupt me again, or I will get your chubby butt fired. Now, I never cry, but that almost got me. Motherhood is awesome, but pregnancy not so much. I finally managed to pick my jaw off the ground. Alright ma'am, I'll ring up whatever they want and bring you a receipt. The girls were really nice, and most of them ordered double meat and they all got bottled water and chips and guac. Every last one. My cashier and I are just vibrating with glee as we ring them up and watch the bill climb to like $250. I brought the bill to Karen and was pretty excited when she didn't immediately check it. I made my own food and told the cook to come get me when the show starts. I'm halfway done eating when I see him waving to the camera, howling with laughter, so I head up. Karen is foaming at the mouth, screaming for the manager, and when she sees that manager is me, she literally grinds her teeth. She slaps her receipt on the table. She manages to choke out the word refund. The girls have all pretty much finished their food. So I inform her that I won't be doing that because I would lose my job for giving away that much inventory for free. Then I gently remind her that she told me twice that they could get anything as long as she got a receipt. She just keeps demanding a refund and calling me stupid and fat. At this point, her screaming is holding up the very long line and customers are shouting at her to just leave. And that's when she pushed me hard. My cashier caught me, so I didn't fall down, but 2 of our regulars who are police see it and immediately cuff her. In this state, any use of physical force against a pregnant woman is classified as aggravated battery or something like that. I felt bad for the kid and I was fine, so I kept telling them I didn't want to press charges. But they said that at that point it didn't matter because the woman had done it in front of on-duty officers, so she's getting arrested. They had to call the kids' parents to come get them because she was their church's youth leader and get statements. My general manager came in and let me go home with a full day's pay. She tried to take the case to trial, but they had video and like 20 witness statements. So she ended up taking a couple of years probation or something. All because I did exactly what she told me to. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye bye.